Hey, good morning, guys. It is Sunday. Yesterday, did some stuff on the rocker and whatever in the back. Did some other running around and crap. But today, uh, I want to actually hang the two door onto the car, cut the pillar out, and put the pillar in where it's got to go, tack it in place, and patch up the wheel well and stuff like that. Um, and maybe get the skin tacked on. Uh, the skin of the rear door that was on here, I peeled that off already. Got to cut it to fit, and that's going to fill in my quarter. So, yeah. But before I go ahead and do that, I just got back from a road trip. In the previous video, I was talking about picking up a bead roller and making my own floor pans. And two friends of the channel got a hold of me by text and offered to lend me their bead rollers. So I took the first guy up on it, and I just got back from picking it up, but also scored a couple of other things. He's got a 55 that I featured last year. I did the body work on. I didn't paint it, but I did the body, and it's a beautiful car. Check it out. But he's got some parts. They're 55 parts, but they will fit this car, and he gave them to me. So we'll check that out first, and then we'll get into this mess thingy happening here. So yeah, stick around. All right, so here's the bead roller, and that's all the dies that he gave me with it. So we're going to reinforce this a little bit with some heavy steel, because apparently it wants to flex and do things that are no fun. Doing 16 gauge steel on this can be tricky. Probably have to do several passes. It's designed for a maximum of 18 gauge. So, you know, the difference between 18 and 16 gauge is quite a bit. So yeah, we'll probably have to do a whole bunch of passes. We'll see how many pieces of tin I can mangle up before I actually have anything that looks like a floor pan. But I'm sure it'll be a trial and error and whatever. So got that going. Don't need this like yesterday, so I'm not ready for floor pans yet. I still got a lot of cutting and hacking to do in the car, but it's going to come in handy, and maybe I can just, once I get what's going on with this and how everything works, I'll probably put beads in enough metal there to do the whole floor. So yeah, interesting. So top of that, like I said, he's got a 55, and look at what I scored. Front bumper. It's in really good shape. You know, it's not mint or anything, but I'm not building that kind of car. It's straight, it's shiny, you know, a bit of love with an SOS pad, and she'll be good. And this gauge cluster, I mean, you can spend a ton of money on a gauge cluster. It's all been wired up and ready, plug and play. So yeah, complete. It's in really good shape, man. Like, look how clear the numbers and everything are. So yeah, really good score. So that's a whole bunch of money that I don't have to spend, which is cool. You know, the car guys in this town, and I'm sure in just about every town all over the place, car guys are generally a good bunch of guys, and you know, they help each other out, and that's awesome. So I'm all set up there. So now we'll get out to the car and get on with whacking and hacking on that and carry on. All right, so I grabbed the two-door sedan door and brought it back here just to illustrate what the real difference is here. So I kind of lined up the front edge roughly where it goes, and you can clearly see how much wider the black door is than the one that's on the car. So that's why we've got to cut this all out and whatever. So my first order of business, I guess, is to remove the front door, get this one swinging, and then we can cut out our pillar. So that's the plan. Let's get at it. Okay, so we got to get to the hinge bolts, which are in behind the door panel here. So we want to, take this door panel off without really damaging anything. So we'll just perfect. Excellent. Okay. I need an extension. I'm going to need all these handles though. The doors I have don't have any handles whatsoever. Go. Put that little stool underneath. Come on. Perfect. Get as far along as I can because it's supposed to rain tomorrow. Okay. Oh, jeez. Oh, come on. There's always one. There we go. Once I get this bolt to the door off, I'll come back, get the other one on. You don't need to see me fight with this, do you? Okay, this should have been a simple 10-minute job, but turned into an hour and a half. One of the bolts was stripped, couldn't get it out. Finally, after fighting with it for a good hour, 45 minutes, I finally got it off. And then this one here, well, I got it started. So I got one bolt in each hinge. I had to soak it with some juice there to loosen her up. She was stiff as hell. Anyway, when we get this, we're getting ready to cut this out now. The 4-door has this funky little notch in it, whereas the 2-door is just straight up and down. Right? There's no notch. So when we get this cut out, it's going to be a lot easier to cut this all the way up with the with it off the car. So I'm just going to cut across here and whatever down here, and we'll get this thing out of here. I guess I got to remove that sill plate. You can see that I beefed up the rocker here a little bit. So this post will probably actually come right up to about here. And then after, we're going to patch all this in as well while it's opened up. So when I get this cut out, I'm going to continue on with the top piece right across. And then we're going to put our post in. So we'll have to clean up some old metal and stuff underneath. But for the most part, we're ready to go at it. Let's cut this sucker out of here. I gotta tell you, that was miserable. And the reason it was miserable, because of the sun. Looking up, I couldn't see nothing. So we gotta trim this off, so I'm gonna make my mark here. There's also a little knob here at the end. I gotta cut that off. Gotta clean up some loose, rusty shit at the bottom. Clean up all around. I tried going with the spot welds, and there was just no way. It was fused together with rust. So I just cut it, butchered it. So whatever, it's out. That's all that matters. So once I get this all cleaned up and cut and prepped and everything, I can gap my door and then put this in place. I've also got to patch the top of my floor rocker area underneath the post. So got something to weld to because there's nothing there. Yeah, so I got a bunch of work to do yet. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead prep all this thing up, and then we'll get it gapping the door. All right, so I cut my piece out. That's nice and straight, and I'm looking at this and I'm wondering, like, it's got these little finish round ends, but if I cut it right there, straightened the piece out, trimmed it flush, I wonder if a guy can just flip it over and weld it back in. And I think the answer is yes, it'll work for sure. So that's what I'm going to do. Use the same piece. I'll just finish up the ends there. Both ends are kind of like got a finish round on them, you know. So I'll straighten them out and cut it flush and weld this back in. Perfect. One less piece to fabricate. Okay, so after cleaning up the post and stuff, I went in for supper, came back out, and ran out of gas. I was done. I was tired. Getting old, you know. Don't move like a 20-year-old anymore. But anyway, so now it's Monday morning. It's been raining off and on all morning. It's supposed to clear up in about an hour or so. Fortunately, I've got some fabrication to do inside until it clears up, and I'll show you what that's all about. This is taking longer than usual because I'm doing rust repair at the same time, and just the way it is. Old cars, man. So yeah, I'll show you what the patching and stuff I'm talking about is all about, and we'll get after it. All right, so I knew it was going to rain, so I covered it up with plastic. I just don't want it to get all rusty. Now, this is solid. This is good. This is where my pillar is going. This is not solid. There's nothing here. So I'm going to make a piece that'll come down and right across like this. I'll clean all this stuff up with a vacuum cleaner, get that out of there. I got to cut all of this stuff out. So there's a ton of work here. Got that. Then at the same time, I'm going to fix this up. I'm going to cut out all this jam stuff here and just do a patch right across, straight down, and seal that up. So got to cut all that crap out of there. So we're, you know, I got a couple hours just dicking around here, getting prepped to fix this up, get my pillar in. I haven't gapped the door yet, still got to do that. As you can see, the gap's a little off, but no biggie, we'll get her. So yeah, I'll be in the garage. When it clears up, I'll be back and we'll be putting some of these patches in and getting ready to put the pillar in, set the door gaps and all that stuff. All right, good news. The sun is trying to come out. Made my patch. It's ready to weld in. And last night, this here, the latch was seized solid. I juiced the crap out of it, and I did again this morning. And got it working good. So sweet. I want to have that working. I want to hear that click sound when it closes. You know what I mean? So I'm going to go ahead, weld this in, then we're going to get on gapping the door. Okay, so here's the beauty of these Tri-5s. You can shim them. I like to use a paint stick for my gaps. So you know, got one in here and up here, underneath, and the door is loose right now, but you can tighten the hinge bolts with the door in a closed position. So you get it set where you want it, you know, ish, and tighten up the bolts, and your door is good to go. You're ready to line up your post and get her in. So I'm going to tighten those 2 bolts right now, and or 4 bolts, I should say. There's 3 in each hinge. I'm using 4 for now, just to mount it and get it swinging right. So we're in good shape. Okay, so the door is swinging, not bad. I've got my pillar pretty much where it goes. I was wrong about this piece fitting in here. It's too big of a gap here, and I'm glad he didn't do it, because there's a lot more to it than just getting a straight line, because it's not a straight line. Okay, so you see the issue here. We got to do some maneuvering here, some finagling. So I'm glad he didn't put it in, because now I've got to fabricate all this stuff in here. Fun. Interesting. This sucks. I did not count on that. Okay. But we've got it opening and closing. I've got to adjust the latch a little bit. I'm going to play around with this, see what I can come up with to fill all this in. I'm going to cut that post out as well. And this obviously has to be, you know, really tight here. There's a gap down there. This has been banged up and stuff too. So I'm going to have to even this out all the way around. There's a lot of finagling and work to do yet before this thing is just click, click, you know. So I'm going to play around with it a little bit, see what I can get it closing a little bit better. And we'll go from there. Okay, first I'm going to adjust the latch. I want to get it closing half decent before I tack it in place, you know. Good news is this is pretty thin, and it should be able to be pretty easy to adjust it around, you know. Okay. Getting there, getting better. Good. Oh, that hurt. Break time. Hey, after getting a concussion, I did a little bit of adjusting on the latch, and I think I got her pretty much where I want it to be. It's good. So, there's a lot of filling in to do here and here. I got to put the little round piece, this piece here, down here. So, there's some stuff to do yet. But I'm gonna tack it in place. This thing's got to twist it a little bit. I've got to move it this way. So I'll tack it on this side first, top and bottom, and then I can weld it in after. So good to go. I'm pleased. Not bad. I'm happy. Oh, there you go. I wanted to get the door swinging and latching today. That's a biggie, and that's done. Everything went well except for getting smashed in the face by some rogue vice grips, you know. Yeah, so now I can patch the wheelhouse and then close in the quarter. Then I got to fill in all that gap at the top of the door, between the door and the jamb. There's a bunch of stuff to do yet, but you know, the two-door conversion part, the main part, is done. So it's just a ton of finishing left. We'll get into that in the next video. Yeah, so if you like the content, please subscribe, like the video, you know, give it a thumbs up. Don't be shy, leave comments. I enjoy reading the comments. I got a ton of them on the last two videos, especially the last one. Views are way up, subscriptions are way up. That's awesome. Really do appreciate it. And yeah, keep them cards and letters coming in, folks, you know. Yeah, and if you're not doing anything else, get in the garage and build something, man. Later, guys.